What's going on, everybody? Alright, I'm going to be doing a few projects starting as of tomorrow. It's obviously nighttime. I'll get my little pick-me-up to get me ready for tomorrow. This is a 97 Ford F-250 heavy-duty 5.8 liter. So, see, 5.8. 351 Windsor. This thing is like 100% bone stock. The only thing that's been done to this, I don't know if you guys can see right there, the EGR is no longer connected. It doesn't connect to nothing. So I'm going to take the EGR and I'm going to leave it there. I'm just going to cut the tube off right there. I'm going to put a blank plate in between the EGR, so the EGR is technically deleted. I'm getting rid of this stupid smog pump down here. I'm going to do this the cheapest fucking way possible. Yeah, I fucking cut myself good on this fucking truck earlier. Everything is rusted to shit on this thing. So I'm going to cut this smog pump off. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this the cheapest fucking way possible. So what I'm doing is I got all the parts in the truck. I'll show you guys part numbers, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the pulley off. I looked at the angle. I won't have any clearance issues. Like, I won't have to worry about the belt hitting the hub. So I'm just gonna leave the smog pump on there. As long as it's not spinning, it won't send air. And what I'm gonna do is that crossover tube, I'm just gonna cap that top. I'm just gonna put a black pipe. Actually, I want to get a stainless steel, like 1/2 inch plug, put it in there, put a hose clamp around it, a hydraulic hose clamp it down real good. And then now the truck's got a H pipe. So, and then I'm going to remove all this bullshit here. I've got new vacuum lines to get rid of all this fucking emissions bullshit. All of this shit. Got a brand new idle air control. I've got a brand new throttle position sensor because it's way down here. I'm fucking yanking wires over here. I've got a new throttle body gasket. I've got a new map sensor. I've got, and I got that's getting deleted. That needs a resistor. I gotta figure out what the ohm resistor, what the resistance on this is, so I can put a resistor in this, because I want to delete this piece right here. But if not, I'm just putting caps on it and it can just hang somewhere else. I'm just gonna try to put it, stuff it out of the way somewhere else. But I'm gonna go ahead and, but I've got the gasket for this. All these vacuum lines here, I'm gonna eliminate as many as I can. I've already started opening the isolation casing, pretty much to isolate them all into one. So I've gone ahead and broken them all open, started figuring out who goes where. There's not very many YouTube videos of it. So there's the vacuum check valve. This right here, I plan on actually just running this, because this is a vacuum line on there. It's like should be like something like negative vacuum or something. I gotta double check, don't hold me to it, but I've got to check this right here is a check valve. I think it's a check valve. Nope, it's a T. So I'm just gonna vent this out. I'm gonna leave the canister here. I'm gonna vent it back into the canister like it was originally doing. Canister's not bothering me, it's not causing any issues, so it can stay right there. But I'm gonna eliminate the vacuum lines to this. EGR is gonna stay where it's at. I'm just gonna put the blank on it, so that way it can do what the fuck it wants to. I will be cutting the catalytic converter off because this truck will be not running its emission system, so whatever smog comes out, it's gonna clog up the catalytic converter. So I will cut that off and put a pipe on, but I'll do that a little bit later. All the vacuum lines here, the relay, the vacuum pressure regulator relay, I'm gonna go ahead and just put a cap on that. If that actually just runs off of vacuum pressure, I might just run that up to the vacuum, run one of these, recycle one of these old lines and run it into it, just so that way it can think it's regulating when it's really not doing shit. But I just, probably knowing me, I'm gonna just fucking cap it off, because I'm just gonna do this shit as cheap as possible, because this truck I don't give a fuck about. This truck needs a lot of work. Oh yeah, another thing is I'll be doing the spark plugs. This truck has got 122,000 miles. I bought it with like 118, 119, and the truck is 100% original. The only thing I've done to it is put a new dipstick on it, not the tube. Tube is actually just kind of diggly dangling there. I put a new dipstick in it, new oil cap, new coil, new wires, new cap, new rotor. Checked the internals on the distributor. Internals were good. The advance and retardation springs, all the advanced springs were all good on it. This one doesn't have a retardation. This one doesn't retard itself. It's because it's all newer style, it's only got the advance on it. So I replaced this, replaced all the top end of the distributor, replaced the wires, did all that. Truck ran great. Now I'm having troubles with this fucking air pump down here. It's running bad. I know it is, and I know it's the culprit of this truck losing all its power, because when the air pump works good, when you go to put your finger over this muffler, the air pump, it's hard to keep your finger on it. When the air pump starts failing, you can just you can put your pinky on this thing, and you can stick your pinky in the hole actually and just fucking plug it off. So I know it's going bad. This is probably going bad. There's no per se plugs on this, so I'm not worried about this. So this thing can get deleted altogether. It's just all vacuum controlled. So I don't know all the names to all this shit, but I'm gonna change the vacuum line for the fuel pressure regulator, and then yeah, I'm just gonna try to eliminate half this shit that's in the engine compartment. I do want to eliminate this battery, or this box right here. I do want to put another battery right here, actually put a small marine battery here with like a 120 RA on it, because I have a 90 RA deep cycle under here, but I don't like where its location is, so I want to locate that in the engine compartment. The only real reason I kind of put this here was because I have a big ass Pearson power inverter that I was planning on putting inside this toolbox, but I'll show you why this isn't a great idea. The other truck, it works perfect. This truck doesn't. Open this up. Yeah, there's this big stupid drawer here, and the room in between here doesn't give me enough room. It only gives me room on the outside, which the power inverter needs to be internal on the truck, so it's not good for outdoors. So I just went ahead and threw the DeWalt generator up here, just bolted the fucker down, called it. So I really don't need that battery in that location anymore. I was planning on putting that power inverter up here, but it's gonna stick down past the door about to here, and that just loses all that space, so it's no bueno. So again, just giving you guys a head update that I'll do the full series on the smog pump delete. Like I said, I'm just gonna pull that pulley off, and then just rerun all this. I have a new idler. This pulley doesn't get used anymore. I don't have air conditioning on the truck, so I've got a new delete pulley replacement for this one. New serpentine belt. I've got to fix this wire for my plow thing. This thing's driving me fucking nuts. Things like this just drive me fucking apeshit. I went ahead and sprayed everything with like a rust penetrator and a rust treatment, so that way everything would come freely. I soaked, I've got all the spark plug holes soaking. As you can see, they're all nice and wet, so I'm hoping that they'll break free. I'm actually gonna try to break a couple free tonight, see if they'll come out. I'm hoping. This thing is and I've got a new oil filter, new oil for it. I've got some Lucas for it. And then next project after that, it's going to be probably in the same day. Like I said, guys, I'm really changing everything up. I got to do the brakes on my Vic. Let's get a good glimpse inside there. Oh yeah, that's some nice scoring. Pads are shot on this thing. They're so bad that actually it's kind of hard to see, but it's actually turning my car orange because of all the rust. There you go. Look at it in the wheel wells. You can see all the rust inside the wheel wells. That's way better. Oh god, look, there's rust on my frame. Oh. Alright, so, but again, I gotta do the brakes. Yeah, you can see it all on the wheel. The whole side of the car has got like a fucking orange hue to it now. Driving me nuts. So I've got new pads, new rotors, all premium stuff on that. We've got to do pads, rotors, calipers, all the shit on the fucking Jeep. We've got this. This is number 1 to get fixed. That's number 2. Number 3 is going to be the Jeep. And then number 4 is this, if I can get to it before it sells. If it sells before I can get to it, bye-bye. If I still have it, and that one and the Vic are still running, I'll get to Penelope. I really want to get this truck back on the road. Really like this truck instead. Right now it's actually a fucking storage bin. Sadly to say, this is what most of these all, if this thing was a 6.0, this thing would be comfortable with all this shit sitting in here, but it's not a 6.0. I mean, I gotta build a custom center console, I gotta get the seats redone, I got a whole piss ton of parts in the back, not here. Oh yeah, that fucking golf bag, my buddy's coming by to pick up my golf bag because I don't want it anymore. It's a fucking nice ass Sawzall blade just chilling in a box. Fucking bullshit. Yeah, so Sanford and Son needs to clean his shit up, so but yeah, I really got to get into this truck again. I never treated the front of the frame on this truck, and I can see where it's scaling pretty good. And I did plow with this truck with my V plow. This truck and this truck both run this plow right here. Show you guys. I mean, all my equipment's mine, if you're smart about everything, but this plow is like 100% all mine. The other ones are buddies of mine that like we run the company together, but that's my Power V. That's what I run on my trucks. And if you guys are smart, you guys own equipment, don't be afraid to stamp your shit. I mean, this plow's got like 15 or 20 other stampings on it, so I'm never worried about this plow. Plus, I'm friends with the local police department, and I've got cameras on my building here now that are connected with my phone on motion censored, so because I get people that like to park their cars over there, so as soon as my motion goes off, I'm out here by the time they're walking down the parking lot or getting in someone else's car to drive out of here. So yeah, I usually catch those people. So, but again, this truck plowed great. Love this truck plowing. Only problem is I think I have found, I'm hoping it's just rust, but I think there's a hairline crack right here, and that's like right in line with the back of the plow mount. So I'm hoping that it's not cracked, so I have to look a little further into it and chip it all up, but it looked pretty defined before I threw the fluid film on it and then went ahead and painted the truck. Sorry, I had fucking something in my eye. I went ahead and treated this frame already, so that right there is the actual power steering gearbox, so that's not treated, obviously. That will get treated because obviously I need to do all those lines. This truck was this thing's a money pit. New springs were put in, whole works. Here's all the parts. Good old fucking rusty floorboards. I got to do my 2x4 trick under here so that way I have something to step on. Here's all the parts for the truck. New gasket, new throttle plate, new throttle body gasket. This is the shortened belt. I'll put in the comment section of the YouTuber that I actually got this part number from, for the shorter belt. It's a 97-inch belt that you're gonna need if you're bypassing the smog pump, not a 102. So this is the bypass pulley for the air conditioning. New idler pulley, new vacuum line, 5/32. I'm almost positive that most of the vacuum line fittings will be. So let's see. Yep, right here. 5/32. I got the new map sensor, new throttle position sensor, the IEC I'm waiting on. I've got the new plugs, which I'm probably going to do these. I might not video these ones, because this one's probably going to be a lot of fucking swearing and a lot of throwing shit, and I don't think I want my phone near that. And then, once I'm done with all that, the next project in this truck is going to be doing the wiring, finishing up all the switches. I've got what I do is I like to have master powers for all the switches. So technically this is the master power, which inside always stays green. I've reversed the ground with it on this one for the rear spots. God damn it, fucking wires. So that's how I was able to get this one to run green. So this one's my master power at all times. So what it is I can turn this one on, in which gives me power for this whole switchboard. I left these ones as a consistent on because I need them a lot of times. But so, and then what it is this one's the master power for this switchboard, in which I can turn this one on, and then I have all my work lights here. There is a lot of lights on this truck. This is part for the power inverter. This one's for the roof strobe, and then work lights. This is for the plow. This one's for the plow. This one's for my salt spreader. This one's, so this one's for my plow. This one's for the salt spreader lights. This one's for the strobe lights on the back of the salt spreader. This one's for the roof light, and this one's for the interior cap, or this one's, something like that. But I've got all these set up. I actually wrote them all down, but these ones are all for like my snow stuff, and these ones are all my daily uses. So I have my left side work lights, which I turn that on to show you guys. Yeah, let's see, that turns on. But yeah, I've got center does the bed, right does the right side of the truck. I can turn the power inverter on, which I got a smaller one that I'm gonna put behind the seats over here. And then this one's for the roof light, and then I can kill the top, so that way the top's dead. I got a buddy of mine that's trying to wire me up a keypad, so you actually have to punch a code in order to turn all the power on. I've gone ahead and gotten rid of the bench seat in the truck. I'm so glad, hence why I have a new center console. The bench seats in these trucks were the fucking stupidest thing in the world. The bench seat that I got, or the seats that I'd gotten, were this main frame was on the actual seat itself. It's like this plate or something like that is all fucked up, so I ended up going ahead and putting a half-inch or it was like a half-inch thick plate of steel in there, and ran 2 bolts with the bolts running up, so that way the track would clear. Seat works perfect. And then I went ahead and put this block of wood in here as a spacer. It's all bolted in properly. Everything's done right. I put that spacer in there to straighten the seat out. I don't like the seats like dip backwards. I'm not 16 years old anymore, so I wanted the seat to sit a little bit more upright. And the front seat over there, my wife's bigger than me, so what I did is I did her seat I did one forward, and then I did the one block up just like mine, same height, but I put a one by in the fronts of hers to move her seat up a little bit more, so the pressure on the back of the seat wouldn't hit the window. Just for precaution, I'm going to run a board all the way across, because I can hit the window myself when I'm plowing. You can see the marks on the, it's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see the marks on the glass where I'm hitting the window too, so I just don't want to break that back window. Doing the reflective tape on it still. I've got to paint the service body. I'm just going to paint it myself, just a fucking semi-gloss white or a satin white. I'm not going to go all crazy. The wheels are staying black. I have chrome rings for the wheels. Getting chrome rings for the Vic. This is for a buddy of mine's house. We're gonna see if it fits. Hopefully it does. I've got chrome rings for this. Getting chrome rings for that. I'm getting the wheels painted black. Getting them Line X black. My 20-inch wheels for this truck, I'm gonna go ahead and pull these ones off. Put the summer wheels on it, because if I do sell this truck, I'm not selling it with these wheels. I'm gonna sell the truck with the 20-inch wheels with the new Bridgestones on it, because these tires are actually the same size as this truck. And because I'm not getting to anything right away, I've gone ahead and destroyed these front tires. If I continue to drive the truck in the way it is right now with the front end, the tires, I give them about another 1,000 miles before they'll be bald right here, this whole line. You can see the cupping or the feathering going on. The height on this is my finger right there, and then you go to the back and you put my finger next to it. It just shows. I'm just tearing these tires up. I get them so cheap though, and I've got another set of wheels in my barn, so I'm just gonna take these off, put my other ones on there, tear the other ones up that are street radials, and then put these back on for the winter time. But the reason I am having an issue with this is I've got to do these upper ball joints and these I-beam bushings. I've already got the I-beam bushings. I've got the upper ball joints. It's just a matter of getting to doing them, and I'm probably gonna have a shop do the ball joints, and I'll do the I-beam bushings, because no one apparently wants to touch the I-beam bushings, which, talking to Ford mechanics, they tell me that's the easiest thing to do. They say the ball joints are the pain in the ass. So I'm not doing the ball joints. I'm gonna pay a shop to do the ball joints. But other than that, this truck's got a lot of projects. Tomorrow, the date today is the 2nd. So, yeah. So, this one tomorrow, I'll show you guys the smog pump delete. Tonight, I think I'm going to work on plugs. Get the aggravation done tonight and go to sleep on it. Or if I break something, then I can dwell on it all night. Piss my wife off. Yeah, so This truck's name is Chip. Chip's first, Cassie second, Marshmallow's third, and Penelope's fourth. And I've got to get the plow put away. Got to get the freaking monster put away. So, but yeah, I mean, I take care of my equipment. This is not a new plow. This plow is 14 years old. You can really tell just by the way it's designed, but look at that sticker. You could see the old power. It used to say like Power V and then XT here, but they don't have that sticker anymore. It's just Power V, just because this was a very the limited time when they had this model for the Power V. They're all like the DXT is what this plow is. It's technically, this is a DXT plow. But I gone ahead, it's got new cutting edges on it. You can see, I mean, I've rashed the plow up a few times, but I do paint the plow. This is the second coat of paint this thing's ever had on it in its entire life. And you can see that inside is nice and clean. I've never replaced the wings. There's proof that the old rust is now coming back through again. The plow does clean up. It's just dirty. Does clean up nicely. But I do try to take care of most of my equipment. Ooh, there's a pick. I was wondering where that went. I never painted this back plate ever. Never painted the bottom springs. Never replaced the rams. Never did anything with the rams. I've only painted the plow once, put some new decals on it, and that was it. That sticker is still the original Smart Shield sticker. I've never replaced it, as you can see. The paint on the edge of the sticker. So, like, these are the original Crate ID stickers. This was a dealer that went out of business, and I pulled this sticker off, but it left the outline and I didn't clean it off. So, but yeah, that's the original Crate ID sticker. So take care of your shit, guys. If you take care of your shit, it'll last you a fucking lifetime. Passenger side headlight has been replaced. Here's the driver's side. Look at that fucking lens. Beautiful. Do stainless steel bolts in a lot of the spots. Stainless steel underneath. Stainless steel for all the lights. Dude, this fucking plow is the best. I went ahead and did these. I painted these. I dipped them in paint before I put them on. And then when I was done, I took a small little detail brush and painted the ends here, so that way this was silver too, so it wouldn't rust up. So as you can see, the only rust is where it's making contact. Springs have never been painted. So, dude, if you guys take care of your shit, so you can see the original Boss stickers down there. That's the only ones that didn't make it. Take care of your stuff, guys. That's all I can say. This is all scrap metal. Everything here. Probably even the ladder, because the ladder's got a buckled foot on one side. But I might shorten it down and make it a freaking 7 foot. But again, take care of your equipment. Smog pump delete. It's gonna happen with this one. I know I just ramble. Smog pump delete happening with this one tomorrow morning. Brakes happening with this one tomorrow in the afternoon. If those are dents in my door, I'd go berserk, but those are not. It's shadows. And then we'll start working on that Jeep. I'm really eager to get it fired up. And then this is gonna go out to my dad's farm. I'm gonna take this out to the family farm. Park this on the family farm. and then get to working on it. I don't know if I'm going to keep the bed. I might just go with the flatbed. Make it like a stake body truck. So, but, yep. There you guys go. Stay tuned. There's going to be a ton of videos coming up. How-tos, everything, step-by-step walkthroughs and all.